Happy first day of Nanowrimo. Happy first day of November. I feel like I've been waiting for today to come forever. This is like the time of the year I look forward to. It's fall season. Halloween just passed. Christmas is on its way. All of my favorite decorations are up. The weather's changing. Time change, daylight savings time is right around the corner. This is my favorite time of year, and Nanowrimo just makes it even better. I did participate in Preptober. If you've seen some of my vlogs, you've heard me talk about it. So I am feeling pretty ready for Nano. Yesterday, I was not feeling very ready at all. This morning, I feel pretty good. I'm excited, happy. This is my third or fourth time participating in Nanowrimo. I've never actually won Nano, so maybe fingers crossed this year will be the year. But yeah, I'm feeling really excited. I am a little bit behind schedule from what I had originally planned, but till early in the day. I know I have plenty of time to get into my sprints and everything. So as far as Nano goes, I'm going to be doing something different this year. I am going to be daily vlogging Nano. Sarah Cannon, who is an author who I follow and really love, and who gives great advice for other writers, other authors, and who has a huge following on YouTube and just seems like such a good and really sweet person. She does what she calls Nano Diaries, and she does daily vlogging during Nano, and I figured why not give it a try. Maybe that'll keep me a little bit more motivated. Every time I've done Nano, I start off really strong and then I kind of fizzle out within a couple weeks. And I really don't want to do that this year, so I'm thinking maybe daily vlogging will kind of help me have a little bit of an accountability, and it will help me stay more on track. So we'll see how that goes. I did vlog last year, but I did weekly vlogs, so I thought this year I'd switch it up and try daily vlogs. So it is currently about almost 6:20. I just went downstairs, I let the dogs out, I made some coffee, and I also have my water here. I don't start work until 8, so I have about an hour and a half until I need to get to work. I was originally going to start writing at 6, do some cleaning around my house around 7 before work, but like I said, it got slept in a little bit later. It was very cold this morning, and with 3 cuddly pups, I did not want to get out of bed. So I got out of bed a little bit later than I wanted, but that is okay. Still early, like I said, and I still have plenty of time. So this year I have 2 works in progress that I want to work on. I have the same work in progress, which is a reverse harem that I was working on last year that I have not finished, and then I have a new work in progress that I started last month or the month before. I know there's no way I'm going to write 50,000 words for both, obviously. I don't know how much of the first work in progress, the reverse harem, I'll actually work on, but I definitely really want to focus on the train one, which is the second one, which is a contemporary romance. So for that one, I do technically already have 7,200 words written for it. So I'm starting off a little bit ahead, which I'm totally okay with. I'm going to be a rebel for Nano this year, which I'm totally fine with again. I'm going to show you guys the binder that the author Sarah I was talking about provided in a newsletter. If you follow her, I've been using that for Preptober, and I'm going to use it for Nano. It has calendars in it, it has daily pages in it, it has word trackers, all the stuff you need. So I actually left that in my office, so I need to go grab that. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys that, show you guys what I'm going to be, what my word goals are. Also, I am doing intermittent fasting as well, so that has made things a little bit easier because I don't need to worry about, when it comes to meal planning, I don't need to worry about breakfast. Breakfast is the meal that I am fasting during. So I did technically break my fast already with my coffee. I talked about my intermittent fasting like journey and how it's going and what I'm doing in a separate vlog, so I'll link that in one of the cards above. Technically, I'm not supposed to start eating until like 10, with like the ratio of fasting to eating window that I had, but I have to have coffee like to be able to write. I have such brain fog in the morning, like if I don't have coffee, and I wanted to be able to sit down and write and get some sprints done early in the morning, so I knew I was gonna have to have coffee. So for November, I'm going to switch up my ratio and kind of cheat a little bit and go easier on the intermittent fasting, and then come December I'll pick it back up again. So yeah, let me go get that binder so I can show you guys what Sarah calls my nano math and how many words I'm trying to get, how many words I need for the day, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get my first sprint in. Okay, so this is the Nanowrimo planner that was provided by Sarah. So I printed it out and I put it in this binder. You'll have seen that in my previous vlogs for Vlogtober. Also, if you hear like licking noises and stuff, that is my dog. I have all 3 dogs here. This little puppy, I have a new little puppy Dobby here, a Boston Terrier over there who is licking away, and then our pit bull over here. So all the cuddly little cute dogs right here, especially this little guy. He loves to cuddle, which is perfect, especially for this time of year. It is pretty cold out, which is one of the reasons why I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. But yeah, so this is the Nano Planner. This is the Preptober stuff that we had, the checklist and things like that. I showed all of that in the previous vlog, or vlogs. So this is the calendar Sarah gives you, where you can kind of figure out, like, she has you go through and pick how many days do you think you're actually not going to write, because realistically there are probably going to be days that you're not going to write. So you're probably not going to be writing all 30 days of the month. So when you're figuring out your nano math, as she calls it, and how many words you need to write a day, you really should be dividing 50,000 words by, 27 days or 20 days or whatever, depending on how many days off you may end up needing. So that was the first thing I did, was I went through and I crossed out all the days this month that I think I'm probably not going to write. And so I ended up having 7 days where I thought I was not going to write. So I figured that I will probably be able to write 23 out of the 30 days. So her nano math is having you, sorry, I know Dobby's kind of in the way there. 50,000 words divided by 23 days comes out to 2173 words a day is what I would need to write in order to win nano. But like I said, I am ahead 7,200 words. So I need to factor that into my math as well, since I am being a rebel and counting those words. So that calendar, this is where she helps you calculate how many sprints you're going to need a day. So I've calculated that I'm going to need about 4 sprints, maybe 5 if I don't get a lot of words in, but at least 4 sprints a day in order to hit my writing goals. Then we have like a rewards tracker, which I ended up not doing this the way I thought I was going to do it, so I have to kind of redo that. And yeah, so if we go back, I have a tab back here. If I move this tab, this takes me to my word count trackers. There's several different kinds. I'm going to be using all of them because I just like redundancies, and I like writing things down multiple times, and I just like seeing the progress of things. So this is my word tracker. My goal is 2,200 words a day, and this is for each sprint. So she has like 200 sprints here, I think. I don't think I'll be doing that many sprints. Yeah, I marked off where I think I'll have to end, and I'll be done. But so yeah, she has that word count tracker, and then she has this other like version of it basically, and then this where you mark off every 1,000 words you write. Since I already have 7,000 words, I marked off 7 of those little cubes. She has this day where you mark off each day of nano, so like this little game board. So I need to mark off day 1, notes page, this this little do not disturb the writer sign. The camera's focusing on the dog. And then this game board. So you're going to go through and again mark down every 1,000 words. And then for each day, you can go through and mark how many words you start off the day with, how many words you wrote, and then this is just kind of like the gauge of how many you should have. So I went through and kind of adjusted that since I am starting with words already. So this little game board to mark off each time. Here is your weekly calendar that she provides you. So today is day 1, so we'll start here. So I actually did have myself on this schedule starting at 7 a.m. So according to that schedule, I am on time, so that works. And then here is day 1. She gives you a daily daily word count tracker, or not a daily. She gives you a daily page to kind of track how things went for the day, how you were feeling, and what worked, what didn't. So she gives you a daily page so you can kind of track how the day went, what your mood was, what you loved about today, your total words for the day, all this stuff. So I'm really excited. This is the first time she's ever included this, so I'm excited to use it. So yeah, that is the binder that I'm going to be using, all the trackers I'm going to be using. I do have scene cards that I ended up writing out. I think I talked about that in one of the other vlogs. I do have these scene cards that I'm going to be using. I have Act 1 already all done in scene cards. I was thinking about it last night, and I think I'm going to end up adding a prologue. I don't have that written yet, so that'll probably be the first thing I'll work on this morning. I have some ideas for it, but Act 1 is pretty much done in scene cards. After I've gotten through my sprints and I have my words down for the day, I'll probably try and finish doing the scenes for Act 2. And I do want to read Save the Cat so I can kind of have a better idea of what my beats are and if there's anything I'm missing. But the first thing I want to do is get my words down. So I turned on the official Nanowrimo sprint that is going on right now. They're currently sprinting for 30 minutes, it looks like, and there's a guest author on there as well. It's also Planathon this week. That starts at 9. So I start work at 8, so I'll probably do that from my office once I'm in there. So yeah, there you have it. I think that is all the introduction necessary. Like I said, happy November. I am going to go ahead and get started on my first sprint. I'm super excited. Let's do this. Okay guys, I have finished my first sprint for Nano. I have a sprint on back here. I'm about to enter my words into the Nano site. As you saw, I wrote 514 words that sprint, but I do already have those 7,200 words, like I said. So I'm going to do some Nano math. This may not make sense for everyone. This is just the way I'm doing it. So I have 7,200 words written, and I said I was going to be able to write for 23 days. So I'm going to divide that by 23 days. So that means that I'm starting out each day, I'm just going to say with 313 words. Plus the 514 I just wrote. So that means I currently have 827 words. So that is how I'm going to start off the first sprint of each day with those original 313, I think it was. 313 words from the 7,200 I already have, plus whatever I write that first sprint, and that'll be the first sprint. That'll be my starting for the day, and that'll progress throughout the day. So this felt really good. I'm very happy with that. And I'm going to go ahead and update my progress. Here we go, 827 words out of 50,000. So that's how I'm going to track it here. My binder is going to be a little bit different because I kind of already subtracted the 7,200 words in my binder. Nano, the site won't allow you to do that. You have to have 50,000 words as your goal. And you can't, if you say that you're already starting with words, it won't let you be officially part of Nano. So I have to do it this way on the site. But in the binder, I'm going to do it differently. So today is day 1, so I can go ahead and fill that in though. There we go. Day 1 of Nano is filled in on the game board. Day 1, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in a little bit. So my intentions for the day is to have a great, productive first day. Film day 1 of Nano vlogs and upload, and also plan a thon. Okay, so sprint 1 was 514. Put sprint number 2, that'll happen here in a little bit. Scenes to write, so I wanted to write my prologue, which I did. I also need to write, let's see, I am on the 7,200 words I had written previously were up to chapter 4, so I need to write chapter 5. I'm gonna say if each of these are 500, I'm gonna say through chapter 7. I don't know for sure if that's how I'm gonna end up breaking them down, but I know the general order, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that for now. My mood today is pretty good. What I'm loving about this story so far, I'm loving where my MC is starting out in the prologue and where I know she is going. Okay, the wrap up, that'll be tonight. So yeah, there is day 1 Nano little daily page done. I'll fill in the rest later, obviously. And that is gonna be it for right now for this first little segment. Sprint 1 is done. Nano is here. We are officially started. This little guy is starting to cry, so I think he's getting hungry. So I'm gonna go feed him before I start work. I need to go clean up outside too because we have some people coming to do like a refresh of our backyard, like some gardening and refreshing like the turf we have out there. So I'm gonna go take him to go eat, let him outside, and get ready to start work. And then I will check in with you guys when I head, and then I'll check in with you guys when it's time to start the second sprint of the day. It's about 8:30 now. As you can see, I've had a change of venue. I'm in my office now. I need to get some work done for my 9-to-5 job. I also just received a message from one of my clients. So if you haven't seen my previous vlogs, I have a 9-to-5 job. I work in human resources at a corporate office, and I also work part-time as a virtual assistant. I currently have 2 clients, and one is on hold to back in January. So one of my clients just wrote me, so I need to answer her and do something for her. And I also need to do some research for my other clients. So that's going to be stuff I'm doing today as well. But right now I'm going to focus on my 9-to-5. I also need to get this office kind of cleaned up. I cleaned it up the other day, but I have kind of stuff everywhere now, so I need to get that cleaned up. I want to put some sprints on my laptop, my personal laptop over here. And I will probably do my second sprint of the day around 10 maybe. Usually I'll go get a snack for myself and my husband around 10, because that's when my fasting ends. So I'll probably get a snack and then come back up and do my second sprint. So I will check back in with you guys then. guys, I am about to start sprint number 2 for the day. I'm gonna switch out my candle here for a new one. And okay, so I got my candle lit. I'm gonna move 7. I have this little bowl here with beads in it. There are 50 beads in here, so 1 for every 1,000 words written. So I'm gonna move 7 over into the other bowls, just kind of a way to keep track, and just like a tactile thing to do, in a way to keep track, and just kind of see that I'm moving closer to the finish line. So I'm gonna go ahead and move 7 of these over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And whatever I write now, I will move those over after. I have my scene cards. I also have a little notebook here in case I think of anything that maybe I need to research, or any notes that I may need later on, or things I think of. So I'm gonna keep that there with my scene cards. I'm also going to put there's currently a sprint going, but it's about to be done, so I'm actually not going to worry about that. I'm going to put one of my own writing sprints on, and I'm going to do about a 20-minute writing sprint probably. This is a Christmas update video, but that's fine. So that's on. I have my words up here. Okay guys, that sprint is done. It's 11:06 now. I went for about 25 minutes, maybe closer to 30. So let's see how many words I got here. I got a good amount for sure. So let's see. 662 words. That sprint, so that's great. Okay. And that's already done. That's for the end of the day. And I'm going to add on my daily page here. Sprint 2 was 662. And that is it. So I'm going to go have lunch now, and then I will check back in after my next sprint. Okay guys, so I have my lunch. I made a big batch of this like taco pasta that I have leftovers for the whole week. So this is going to be my lunch. It'll be nice and easy for me to just quickly reheat. Took less than 5 minutes. While I eat my lunch, I think I'm going to go through Save the Cat and kind of re-familiarize myself with it and just kind of figure out like the beats of this story. That's not something I've done yet. I just kind of winged it and created these scene cards and kind of tried to figure out what was going to be in each act, but I haven't really figured out what should be in each chapter and how it should be broken down, and I just want to kind of go over it and just make sure I'm like in the right place, and I'm structuring things properly as I go. So I'm gonna do that while I eat my lunch, and then I'll probably try to do one more sprint within my lunch hour, and then I'll check back in after that. Okay guys, I am, if you hear noise in the background, it's because we have those gardeners here working on our backyard. I went through Save the Cat, and I went through the beats for Act 1, and just kind of wrote down what each of those beats are and what would be happening within those beats. And luckily, I'm very happy to say that a lot of it did match up with the scene cards that I already have, and kind of the order that I already had things in. I did come across a couple of things that should have happened or that should be happening as these beats that I don't have scene cards for. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I have about, I think like 20 minutes, well, maybe 25 minutes left in my lunch break. So I'm gonna spend those 25 minutes going through and adding those scenes to these scene cards. That's probably gonna take up the rest of my lunch. But if I can sneak in a quick like 10-minute sprint, then maybe I will. But yeah, I'm gonna continue doing that. I'm really happy with the way this is going so far and that everything kind of lined up well, and that it wasn't like a huge shift to try to match up with the beats. So we'll do Act 1. I definitely need to try to get Act 2 done somewhat today, or at least started it, to kind of start reviewing it, to begin writing it tomorrow. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dive in and do that, get to the scene cards, and then I will check back in later. Okay guys, so I went through and I added some scene cards. I didn't get to do another sprint, but I did finish those scene cards. One thing I didn't realize though is that I'm writing these scene cards out kind of like in a broad like overview of these. I'm more focusing on like sections of the book or just like general ideas of what I see happening, and I'm not really like zooming down into specific scenes themselves. So I left notes on these last two cards that I did to break these down further into individual scenes, because I have them kind of broad and generalized right now, and I want these scenes to be pretty specific. So I think that's something I need to do later on, is maybe go through each of these cards and see, are they all too like bird's eye view, and do I need to shrink them down into more specific scenes? So that's something I'm going to do later. Right now I need to focus on my 9-to-5 job. Again, I grabbed some Oreos to myself as a little reward for how well I've been doing so far. And I have some Olipop that I put in one of my cups here. So I'm going to have that little snack while I do my 9-to-5. I also need to do some VA work for my newest customer, so I'll probably do that, or newest client. I'll probably do that after I do some more of my 9-to-5 work. And then I will try to do another sprint here in probably, it's 12, almost 12:20 now. I'll probably try to do another sprint around 1:30, and that'll be my third sprint for the day. Okay guys, it is about 1:40 now, and I'm gonna go and try to do my third sprint for the day. I'm gonna try for 20 minutes. I did some work for my 9-to-5. I did some work for my client for my virtual assistant job, and now I want to try to get some more words in. So okay guys, it's about 2:20 now, and I was able to get, if you can see that, another 327 words in that sprint. That one I didn't get as many as I would have liked, because I by Dobby, our puppy. But still 327 words is good. I will take it. I did end up adding a whole new scene based off of one of the new scene cards that I wrote based off of the Save the Cat like beats. So that's perfect. I will take it. Another scene being added is perfect. So it is about 8:15 now. I'm in my office. I'm getting ready to do sprint number 4, which should be my last sprint of the day. That should get me to the word count that I need for the day. I've been sitting here. I was reading Save the Cat, and now I'm kind of questioning what I wrote this morning for my prologue and debating if I should leave it in like the point of view that it's in. But I also know that like that's not really the point of Nano. The point of Nano is just to kind of get the words out and get the words on the page. And then after Nano, I can worry about editing and revising and kind of worrying about fleshing out and changing those different things. So I'm trying to just kind of forget about that, put that to the side. I've made a note of it and just get on to the next sprint. So I'm going to do that. And then I also need to set up my planner for tomorrow and get the rest of the vlog edited. I have everything edited up until now, basically. So these last few clips, I need to get through, finish the sprint, edit them so I can get this first video up for today, and I will be done for the day. I'm feeling pretty sleepy. Didn't sleep very well last night, so I'm ready to be done for the day. I've had a good day. I'm proud of what I've done today, what I've accomplished, and it's been a good day. I'm just tired and ready to get to bed. So I'll knock out this last sprint, get the words that I need, and I'll check back in after. I wrote 887 words that last sprint. That was a really good sprint. It felt really good. I feel like things are moving in the right direction. I am still on chapter, let's see, this is If Things Stay Broken Down the Way I Have Them Right Now. This is chapter 6. So again, 887 words, which brings my total for the day to 2,703 words. That is amazing. I'm so happy with that. My goal was to, let's see. My goal was to get 1,860 words per day, and I got 2,703, almost 1,000 words over what I wanted for the day. So I am super happy with that. That does include the 318 that I added, the 313 that I added from my previous words that I had before going into Nano. I'm going to go ahead and fill all my word trackers out, get everything highlighted and done for the day. Yeah, I think I'm going to end this here. This is going to be it for day 1 of Nanowrimo. Like I said, I've ended the day with 2,703 words. That is an absolute win. I'm very happy with that. Part of those words was a new prologue. Adding a couple of new scenes that I hadn't really thought of until I read the Save the Cat book, and kind of reworking some of the ideas that I had previously written down on scene cards. And so yeah, I'm very happy with that. Super successful first day. It's been a good day. Like I said, I did not sleep very well last night, so hopefully I'm going to try to get to bed a little bit earlier tonight. I do still need to finish editing this vlog, so I'm going to leave this off here. I will pick this back up tomorrow for day 2 of Nanowrimo, and I will see you guys then.